Good morning. How you doing? That's good. Me? Well, I'm blessed. I've been a little stressed, honestly. Probably noticed I haven't been uploading nearly as much. Well, I got a new job and things have been tough. And right now I'm going through some times. And, I just asked for some prayers, and every little bit counts. I don't like asking for much. I'd rather just do His will. Okay, so what's the topic today? The topic today is in Matthew 19, verse 14. But Jesus said, "Suffer little children, and forbid them not to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven." Now, what does this mean? Well, this means to, first off, there's a verse that, he talks about where, we are to come to Him as children, right? And how do children learn? Well, they're always willing to learn, and they have essentially a blank slate, which is, they don't know any better. They don't know anything, and they want to know better. They want to know and want to learn, right? And so should we be the same about when it comes to His Word. We should want to learn. We should want to do this. We should want to experience Him. We should want to seek Him, right? And so it's important also for us to watch our boundaries, and, there are some friends that we might have that want to become a Christian, and, their families might say, they shouldn't be because X, Y, Z, and this is literally a direct commandment saying, don't block them from that. Let them have an opportunity to, right? And also, this is a warning to us as Christians, right? No matter what they look like, no matter if they seem like a horrible person, we too were horrible in the eyes of God, right? All sin is bad. There's no good sin. There's no lesser sin. Obviously, to human eyes, which is why we are flawed, if a kid steals a candy bar because he's hungry, it's not going to look nearly as bad as someone that murdered like 10 people, right? But that's due to the eyes of the law and the human eyes, the imperfect ways, right? But Him in all His perfect ways, due to Him not being able to, due to Him not committing sins, well, He views all sin as bad. And, it's important for us to not be so quick to judge, but judge righteously. There is a difference. For anyone can judge somebody. Anyone can say, "Wow, you're terrible today. Wow, you look like you just came out of a dryer." Anyone can do that. But it takes a real person to stand up and say, "You know what? That's not helping you. I recommend this instead." And explain why. And give solutions, rather than just empty judgments. Because that's the thing. Judgments are empty and void of love, right? And we are told to love one another. So when we judge one another, there is no love for another. Rather, we are just criticizing them for the sake of criticism, rather than criticizing them for the sake of improvement, for wanting their improvement, for wishing the best for them. That is love, right? Yes, Jesus did rebuke people, but He didn't do so for nothing. He didn't do so just because He could. No, He did so in order to teach people a lesson, to not just blindly follow these people, to test the spirits. If anyone claims to speak for God, well, test the spirits. See what they're saying is true. If not, then they're just empty, and you should pray for them and dust your feet off and leave, right? Because, there's a verse that says, essentially that anyone that causes one of these little ones to stray, to stumble, it'd be better for them to have a millstone tied around their neck and them thrown into the sea, right? Meaning God doesn't take lightly to other people that cause people to stumble, especially not His little ones, especially not baby Christians, which is why discernment is so important. In other words, if you see someone that's having a hard time, recommend them to Jesus. Tell them about the Word. Don't tell them about your word. Judge righteously. don't judge self righteously.